Hey everyone, today we're presenting a heartwarming and entertaining story centered around the theme of making friends, and I've also heard that there's a kind-hearted big brother waiting for me outside. Hey bro, come quickly, and with great excitement, Akeo hopped into the man's car. Meanwhile, Akeo sat comfortably in the back while the woman in the passenger seat touched up her makeup, unaware of the approaching danger. The police arrived the next day. When Old Ma saw the state of the two, he immediately thought of Sheng Wu, freshly released from prison and a bona fide Korean produce killer. This guy causes trouble right after prison, crosses paths with Old Ma, who then finds him blissfully slurping noodles. Furious, Old Ma grabs a bottle of chili powder, ready to give him a big surprise, but Sheng Wu enjoys the spicy treat even more. Old Ma was infuriated by his brazen attitude, so he stood up to say hello, only to see Sheng Wu's sinister expression. Old Ma shivered in realization, thinking this guy was last night's dark Q&A master, so he took him to the police station for questioning, but Sheng Wu calmly replied, "You're not a chef." After the meal, no one outside seemed to be concerned anyway, just a guy lingering around. He resembled a little bunny who had lost his teeth, and the only thing I am aware of is, when you decide to dine, simply indulge in your feast without giving me a second thought. This sausage is truly quite delightful. In short, Old Ma let him go. Leaving the station, Sheng Wu bumped into a girl, the Avenger from 15 years ago. Seeing the man who killed her father, Saiju's rage ignited, burning passionately for revenge, but she knew a small girl couldn't take on a big shot. She rushed to find her stepfather for a strategy session thinking, I need a hero. This must be a crazy idea. What kind of day is it today that has me so crazy? You really need to leave. Unfortunately, she didn't have much strength yet, didn't die right away, and ended up fighting against fate. Later, Saiju took advantage of the night to drag the body to the nearby park, having discovered that Sheng Wu jogs in the park every morning. She decided to frame him hard. This tactic should rack up some serious points. The next day, the body was found. Sheng Wu jogged by, noticing it in a handstand pose, pondering who was copying her. That's my signature pose for handling bodies. She immediately looked around in alert, noticing someone not far away seemed to be watching. Sheng Wu immediately chased after him, but the figure in black was surprisingly agile, disappearing without a trace in the blink of an eye, leaving no sign behind. Sheng Wu just got out of prison and ended up with 3 dead bodies, each one adorned with her signature. What a fashionable criminal. Thus, the police had their eyes set on her again, much to her annoyance, as she firmly believed that the figure in black was Akeo. There to test her limits crazily, Akeo was asking for trouble. However, the real one in black was Saiju. To avenge her father, she gathered info on Sheng Wu for 15 years, finally using her stepfather's death to regain police attention. And then her mother committed suicide. Talk about dramatic. It's you again, how terrifying. Mom, where did you go? With both her biological parents gone, Saiju's heart was filled with unbearable hatred, and she took out a small knife. Looked like it was time to chop away. During her cutting spree, she stumbled upon a crucial piece of evidence, truly a meat lover, as she discovered these knife marks pointed back to a series of murders done by 2 killers. They must have known each other. So, she went to tell Sheng Wu, only to find out she went to a butcher shop, and the owner was Akeo. Akeo nervously grabbed a knife, and Sheng Wu smiled slightly. Today is the last day of meat slicing. Catch you next time. I'm going to follow the veins, Akeo thought and realized, this one is way tougher than I am. Returning home, she found the lights out, stepped on glass shards while tidying up. What a delightful surprise. Seeing the glass everywhere, she was startled. What a wandering glass princess. At that moment, a strange woman emerged. Puzzled, Akeo watched Saiju throw wire, sparks flying, knocking her down. Saiju then cleared the glass, walked over, examined her closely, thinking, today's specimen is good. Holding her hand, I'm silently pondering on what actions to take next. Saiji wrapped up Akeo's body, prepping to send it to Sheng Wu's bed, while Sheng Wu, completely oblivious, casually lay down. She lifted the blanket and discovered something by her side. It was a body. The deceased had a dog leash around their neck, and Sheng Wu screamed in panic, I demand clemency. But unfortunately, regardless of how intensely she wept and mourned, the villagers remained unconvinced. Indeed, this individual was her lifelong friend, Akeo. Remember the anger, but she wasn't letting it go, pulling out a dog leash and wrapping it around Sheng Wu's neck. 15 years ago, Sheng Wu attempted to slice Saiju's father's throat, and yet incredibly, she remains free as a bird, unpunished by the law. Thus, Saiju sought to use violence against violence, watching as Sheng Wu was gasping for breath, yet still provocatively flaunting. However, on Sheng Wu's bed lay Akeo killed by Saiju. Police were approaching, gunshots ringing. Old Ma's team had arrived on this floor, but all they found on the bed was Akeo's lifeless body, while Sheng Wu had vanished without a trace. Old Ma immediately sealed off the hotel, thoroughly checking each room, and eventually found a couple in the next room. The situation escalated.